So you have so much passion, so much drive, and so much ambition for what it is you do in your business. In fact, you love the fact that you're growing every day. You love the fact that you're moving the needle forward and that you're making impact. Now, these are beautiful traits to have, but often as ambitious entrepreneurs, we fall into the trap of overwhelm, of burning ourselves out, and losing fun and creativity from our business. My name is Jen. I help entrepreneurs to think clearer, feel smarter, and innovate faster. Right now, you might be feeling overwhelmed. You might be feeling tired. You might be looking at that email that's just landed in your inbox and thinking, oh, I really don't want to answer that, and getting that dread in the pit of your stomach. Now, don't worry, I've been there too myself, which is why I bring this video to you today, so that I can help you with one very small, easy, simple, actionable step that doesn't take too much time away from your business. So for me, last year was my best launch to date. I launched my signature offer, my course, and it outsold, and it couldn't have gone any better looking from the outside. Now, the months leading up to this launch, I put in a lot of hours. I was excited, of course I did. So I woke up, the first thing I do was check my phone, go on my laptop, work. And then before you know it, it's like 1 to 2 a.m. in the morning, and you're like, oh, I'm still at it. But you know what? I'm loving it. And I kept up with that consistency for months. I don't know if you've been there yourself. You'll have to let me know in the comments. But then when the launch came, and it was my most successful launch, the day after, I felt numb. I felt completely numb. I felt overwhelmed and I just felt lost. And that continued for about a month and a half after that launch date. Now, I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did. And it's probably very clear what that mistake was, but let me talk you through it. What I was doing was I was waking up and I was checking my phone straight away, and I was reacting to the email, reacting to the messages, reacting to what I need to do today. And of course I was enjoying it at first, I was loving it, but that isn't sustainable. Waking up and constantly being on puts your nervous system in fight or flight mode, which is beautiful and very valuable, but not to be in it constantly all day, every day for a couple of months, right? And at the time, I didn't realise that it was my nervous system. I thought it was me. I thought, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm just bad at business. Maybe this is the only thing I'm good at, launching. I don't have any new ideas now. In fact, I don't want to open another email. I don't want to move forward right now. I'm pretty tired. But what I've come to realise is that I was putting myself in a fight or flight mode, which is not sustainable. When we do that on a consistent basis, and of course we're all human, there'll be times when you dip in and out, it tires your brain out and it exhausts your body. And together we need both them things to make our business work. So this is how I can help you if this sounds like anything like you. When I realised it was my nervous system, the first thing I committed to was a daily walk in the morning. Now, your thing might not be a walk, but what I did, rather than get up and check my phone, is I got up and I thought, right, phone's on do not disturb. Maybe I'd use my phone for an audio book, but that'll be it. I just got my coat on and I went for a walk before anything. Now, this walk started out 5-minute walk and then a 10-minute walk. And now sometimes I'm walking out there for about an hour. Now, I'm not saying you need to take an hour out of your business, but there'll be days where you want to do things longer than shorter. And here is the logic behind why this is so beneficial for you and your business. Number one, you're putting time back into yourself. You're telling yourself that you are a priority. In business, we are serving others on a daily basis, and we love that. That's why we do it. But if we don't serve ourselves first, then how can we make a bigger impact? How can we help people even more if we're not even helping ourselves first? So then moments with you are so important and so valuable, and there'll be magic moments where something little happens, like you hear a bird tweet and you just really tune into that, or you see the moon and it's this big, bright, beautiful light in the sky, and you'll just appreciate it for a minute. Or you'll listen to an audiobook and you'll think, oh, you know what? I've got a fresh idea, or a podcast. That's happened to me many times. I get so excited to get to work. Now, I want to caveat this with, you are also human, that you won't get it right every single day. We're not all perfect. But if you can just manage this 3 times a week or twice a week, even once a week, start small and see if you notice a difference. Give it about a week. Try a 10-minute walk in the morning. It doesn't have to be long, or something that you love. It doesn't have to be a walk. Maybe it's putting on your favourite podcast and just listening to it for about 10 minutes. Putting on your favourite piece of music. Anything you like. Maybe it's doodling. Heck, I love a doodle. So hopefully this video helps you today. It will help you to reduce overwhelm and clear your mind. Sometimes it's the most simple things that we forget along the way, and I wanted to remind you of that today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and let me know in the comments, are you going to try one thing for you this week?